And everything changed when my father died when I was 12. He died inside a church gathering. He preached, he prayed, he did not open his eyes anymore. The cause of his death was aneurysm. Tatlong ugat niya sa utak ang pumutok, pero ang cause ng kanyang aneurysm was over fatigue. When I knew that my father's death, the cause of my father's death was over fatigue, I started to have this rage. Galit na galit ako sa lahat ng born-again Christians. Galit na galit ako sa lahat ng born-again churches. At higit sa lahat, galit na galit ako kay Lord. Kasi para sa akin, kung hindi nila pinagod ang tatay ko, dapat buhay pa siya hanggang ngayon. And because of that, at the age of 12, I started to be so addicted with pornography. I was so addicted into it from 12 to 23. But it doesn't end there. At the age of 16, I started to smoke and to drink. At the age of 16, I became a party animal. At the age of 16, I started to have sexual relationships with men and women. I was a bisexual. At the age of 16, I became a mistress. But it doesn't end there. At the age of 17, I started to take drugs. I started with rugby. Diba? Kachipan. Rugby. Ending up with the most expensive kind of drugs, capsulated and injectables. Then I thought I was coming back to the Lord when I became a victim of gang rape when I was 19. 3 men changed my life in a very, very different way. At dahil sa sobrang yabang ko, wala akong gustong pakinggan, marami akong gustong patunayan. At the age of 19, I decided na maging palaboy. For 6 months, literal, tumira ako sa lansangan. Dumating sa point na nangangalkal ako ng pagkain sa basurahan ng Jollibee. 6 months, tumira ako sa garbage dump site ng Baseco and Payatas. Sino namang mag-aakala na ang dating palaboy na yun ay magiging speaker niyo pa ngayon? But during that time, sa sobrang yabang ko, just for me to cope with my financial needs, I entered escort service. I was a prostitute from 19 to 23. But believe it or not, nakagraduate pa ako ng college. I graduated from Philippine Normal University, Education. At dahil hindi ko mapaghiwalay ang aking career bilang isang guro at bilang escort service, at the age of 21, nagkaroon ako ng 7 criminal cases. 7 kaso na nagresulta para mag-commit ako ng suicide for 3 times at the age of 21. And ito din yung panahon na gusto kong patayin yung nanay ko at kuya ko dahil nag-decide sila na parehong magtuloy sa ministry. And para sa akin, feeling ko, pinili niya ang Diyos over me. So I tried to kill my mom. I tried to burn my mom. I would kick her on her face and would kick her on her chest. I would try to kill my brother. Ginagawa ko siyang dartboard ng kutsilyo. Kung makaiwas ka, good. Kung hindi, sorry. At dahil makapal yung buhok ng kuya ko, I would bang him on the wall. Hindi ako titigil hanggang di ko siya nakikitang duguan. I never thought that my mom and my brother can still be used by God to rescue me as well. But you know what? Sa sobrang yabang ko, wala akong gusto pa rin pakinggan. I continued. But the biggest turning point happened when I was 23. During this time, my mom went back to Thailand for a mission. At hindi na po alam ng mama ko ang gagawin sa buhay ko. So one night, my mom prayed. And her prayer was, Lord, kung hindi mo napapakinabangan at ng bansang Pilipinas si Abigail, kunin mo na siya. Kaya mag-ingat kayo. Baka yung nanay niyo, nananalangin na rin ng ganun. Kaya pag uwi niyo ng bahay, after puso conference, maglaba kayo kahit walang maruming damit. But kidding aside, exactly that night when my mom prayed, I was found inside my apartment in Ermita. Literal, kulay talong, overdosed. And that moment changed my life until now. I thought when I die, I would go to heaven for 2 main reasons. Because number 1, I'm a daughter of a pastor. And number 2, believe it or not, habang ginagawa ko lahat ng kalokohan from 12 to 23, I was just like you. I was still active inside the church. Suki ako lahat ng youth camp. Suki ako lahat ng conferences. That's why it's not because you are inside the church, you have the heart of God. It is very much easy to fake that outside you're okay, but deep inside you're not. It is very much easy to fake that outside you're smiling, but deep inside you're dying. In my case, I faked it for 11 solid years. And that moment, the Lord allowed me to see a vision of myself not in heaven, but in hell. Every time people would ask me what I remember during my deathbed, I had one specific moment. I was shouting out loud to the Lord and I said, Lord, one last chance! One last chance! Ibalik mo lang yung buhay ko. Promise ko sa'yo, pagsasawaan ko to hanggang pagtanda ko. And the Lord brought back my life. And a group of Christian people entered me into the rehabilitation program. After 2 years, nakalabas ako ng rehab. And that's the time Gemini 7 got the story. It was first aired on Tanikala sa isang igla played by Glycel Castro and MMK last year. And when I got married, with Kapuso mo Jessica Soho, the story of my husband and our love story and the story of Rescue Kabataan. But my biggest breakthrough aside from marriage is when the Lord gave me the movement called Rescue Kabataan. I started it June 11, 2015 until President Duterte, through Chairperson Isa Sigera, asked me to collaborate with them. Year 2016, they asked Rescue Kabataan to saturate all the campuses all over the Philippines, legal. 18,800 campuses to do Rescue Kabataan and has a lifetime memorandum of agreement with the Department of Education, Philippines.
Wow!
And lastly, year 2017, when the President sent us to Russia for the World Festival of Youth Leaders and Students. 188 countries were there, 33,000 national government leaders mula sa Presidente ng Kapapa. Hanggang sa nakapasok ang Rescue Kabataan sa top 20 na Best Volunteer Story, top 15, top 10, top 5. And second to the last night, they announced Rescue Kabataan ranked 1 as the best volunteer story all over the world. As I end, who would have thought that a former prostitute like me can still be the founder of Rescue Kabataan? Who would have thought that a former drug dependent like me can still be used by God for this nation and this generation? That's why I believe if God wants to do an impossible task, He will choose an impossible man. He will choose an impossible woman, just like you and me. Crush that man, crush that woman, mold that man, mold that woman for that specific task. I will end by asking you this one question. What is your specific task? Do you know already your specific task? After Puso Conference, when we go outside, may we start our one specific task. Thank you so much. To God be all the glory.